Hello, sir. Very good afternoon, sir. So, we will start our video interview with you.
Yeah,
So, I will ask you the first question, that is, what do you think are the ideal characteristics of a teaching environment?
uh, a teaching environment consists of three essential factors, which are tutor, student, and the related resources, that is, study material and other things. So, the availability of all the three and their scheduling is very essential for any teaching environment to be fruitful and successful.
Thank you, sir. For the next question, how do you encourage students to use social study skills in their everyday lives?
I used to teach physics and mathematics. So, physics is a language of physics consists of many phenomena and scientific principles and laws. So, while explaining physics, I used to give diagrams and other things. So, I used to also tell students that they conserve energy in their real world and real life. Apart from that, many other things like being on time, punctuality, following the rules, and being with the people in a community, all these things I used to inculcate in my students.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is, describe a teaching method you have successfully used to help students understand a difficult scientific concept.
Yeah, that's a great question. I believe that we need real-time examples to convince students. As I said, in physics, there are many laws. For example, Newton's laws. So theoretically, you can give a diagrammatic explanation to the students and represent them in the form of mathematical formulas. But unless you explain them in terms of real world, real world examples. For example, if I am explaining a body on which a lot of forces are acting, I will actually show them through the boxes. Or suppose if I have a pen, pencil, books, so I will place them in order and explain them which particular forces are acting on which body and what will be the direction of the force and the acceleration if applied. So that makes the teaching very learnable, and the student also gets accustomed to the explanations.
Thank you for your answer. So the fourth question is, share a few motivational techniques you have found to be successful in a classroom environment.
Uh, in my teaching career, I have coached around 300 to 500 students individually and even in group classes and classrooms, approx 1,000 plus students. So it's a behavioral aspect that in a group of 20, 30 or 50, if some students are doing well and you recognize them, that recognition in a group helps them a lot. So the recognition I have given in the form of some rewards, or it doesn't mean that the reward always has to be in form of some goodie or money or thing. It can even be a pat on the back. So if a student solves a problem and you say, yeah, you have done a great job, or if his approach is correct, although the answer is incorrect, but the approach he is following is correct, So you need to appreciate as a teacher, and that appreciation helps the student learn more and do more.
Thank you for your valuable answer, sir. I'll ask you the fifth question, that how have improvised your science lessons to make them interactive and fun for your students?
The first way is to add real world examples. So by adding the real world examples, you can make the subject matter more elaborate and easy to understand, easy to grasp. Because science and scientific phenomenon can be observed in nature. When it comes to chemistry, even there you have explanations, and you can associate with real world examples and explain the facts in a better way. In mathematics, sometimes you don't have the real world examples, but still there are certain ways, transactions and all that, where you're dealing with simple interest problems and sharing and debenture. So there you can give examples and explain them. So that is the one way. Other way, to have fun in the class, you can make class more friendly. The students can feel free to interact with the teacher. And as a tutor, you need to be like students. Sometimes you have to think like them. How a novice student will react to a particular question. It is obvious. In the beginning, students will do mistakes. So you need to accept them, and then you have to properly guide them, making the atmosphere very very chill, and it should not be a very disciplined and strict environment. Gone are the days when teachers used to be some people we used to be feared of. But nowadays, the learning, it's a more collaborative effort rather than a one-sided affair. It's a bi-directional mutual engagement. So I believe in that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So the last question is, how has my private tutor helped in growing your business?
When I find my private tutor, it was around 2 3 years back, and from that day, if I see back, it has been very long-term association, and I really appreciate myprivatetutor.com for their effort and this type of initiative. First of all, the list of students you provide is very elaborate, and the material and all the attributes are explained particularly, and that help any tutor to find student easily, and as per our need and our convenience, we can approach students. That is the first thing. Secondly, you have categorized approach, different subjects. For GRE TOEFL, you have a separate section. For engineering and all, you have a separate section. So that makes us very choosy, and that's the way like any portal should be. So, great job done by you people. Thank you.